Today we are going to install a set of these Valance lights on our 2022 Ram 2500 Cummins, and we picked these up online, which I'm not a big online orderer, just because I like dealing in person, but we're pre-wired and stuff like that, so I figured I'd take a chance and try them out and whatnot and see how they work. And as you can see in the opening that we tested them out, and these on this set here, the white wire on these Valance lights are the ground wire, and the black wire, which is normally ground, is the hot wire. So I'll be marking these before we get started so I don't get confused with that. But if you're new to the channel, hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. Don't forget to ring that notification bell so you guys can stay posted when we drop videos like this. Because if you do follow the channel, you know we added another vehicle to the channel, and I'm looking forward to doing videos on that. And like I says, I'm not a big fan of ordering stuff online, but if you happen to order these, it did take me about a month for these to come in. So if you expect to order them on a Monday, Tuesday, and have them installed by Saturday for a show or whatever, I doubt that it's going to happen, because they're probably back ordered, and at one point when I did check the order, it was back ordered, and they usually notify you when they're shipped. So that's usually why I like shopping locally and supporting my local auto parts store. But I figured to save me time and buying the supplies and stuff like that, and I did price it out separately to make this, is you might be saving maybe $30, $40 max if you make this your own by the time you get the wiring and this and that. Because in this kit, they also give you some wiring, some butt connectors, and they also give you a pattern sheet. So this way we can lay this across our Valance, and it tells you exactly where to poke the holes in your Valance, and it's evenly spaced, so it takes all the guesswork out of it. That's what really caught my eye, and I figured you'd give this a shot. As you see, like I said, we did a little test run to make sure they're all working. But what do you say we get started? Because I got to get this laid out, and I'll take you guys down by the Valance, and we'll get started on this. I just looked back at the video footage because I was going to take you, and I lost the whole video footage of me laying this Valance template out. But I'll talk you through what I did here, because I do have to refix this and pull it a little bit more, and I'll adjust it and retape it a little bit here more. So what I did was line up my center red dot through the center of the truck. So if you guys find the center of your truck, just line up the center dot, because this is a 15 piece, and there'll be 7 on each side, and that's exactly what I did. And then I just put a piece of tape here through both sides, and what I did find out here that it was center, and I'll bring you guys around here. And then what I did was I held this bottom black line to the bottom of the Valance, and that's what I'm going to be doing now, is retaping this side every so far, so this way it doesn't shift and move on us. Yeah, I wish I didn't lose that footage, but technical difficulties when you're shooting a video like this, so it happens. But just lay your Valance out, and like I said, I'm just holding this bottom because now I'm truly setting this side up, because right now all I did was to find my center. And like I said, I'm just going to probably maybe every single one or every other one, so this way when I start to drill, I don't it doesn't shift on me, and I can line this up as I'm going down through here to the bottom of my Valance. The only thing is, you got to make sure your Valance is, if you're going to use tape, and if you haven't washed your Valance, get all the degrease the Valance area, so this way if you're going to do it this way, and I found this way to be the easiest way, and then I'll take you out here and walk around a little bit and show this to you, because I want to show you guys how far out the 15 piece does come. And this is just so that the valance doesn't, or the pattern doesn't shift on me. Like I said, on the other side, I got to take the wrinkles out. But I just needed to hold it up in place for now so I could start marking and start drilling these out. You guys could see the wrinkle here, so I'm just going to pull this out and stretch it a little bit more because it might be a little bit crooked. And there, I pulled it out. But I'm going to try and start laying this flat and making sure my valance is lined up. And I just need to do it from this side. I got it all taped up and centered now. As you can see here, we are getting closer to the center line. And there is our centered dot. And it's probably just the way I'm holding the angle of the camera is not centered or stuff like that, so we'll throw it off a little bit, but trust me, it is centered. I did measure from the last dot to the outside of the valance on both sides, and I'm spinning around here in a chair, and they are exactly spaced evenly. So I do know now my dots are correct and right where they're at. And the next thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually, in the center of the dot, I'm going to run a pilot hole, and then after I run all the pilot holes, then I will take off the pattern, and then I will just drill them out because I will be able to see where my pilot holes are at. Like I said, I'm just going to start from the center here and work my way around, and then I'll come from the center and work my way that way. And the good thing about this pattern is that it takes all the guesswork out of measuring every single hole. And I would definitely be hanging on to this pattern in case I need to do any more. All right, now that we got all of our holes pre-drilled, now I'm going to start with the center one and test it. As you can see, I do have all my pilot holes, and I did use a 1/8 drill bit. So now I'm just going to find the hole, and we are going to pre-drill it, or we already did that. Now we'll very simple. So then what I'm going to do is get a little blade or something to clean these shavings off, because you do get a little bit of like shavings on here. So I did do that, but I think I'm going to just go use a knife and just finish burning these out, because they do leave like a little burr here. But I do have the center one here, but we're going to test it and see how it works and try and fit this through here, and then fit the rubber gasket through the back to where it goes through the hole like so, and then we're just going to push the light back through. And my valance light is in, so this is the right size that we're using, thank God, because I didn't want it to mess up. So I'm going to finish the rest of these and I'm going to finish the rest of these, and I'll do one more here. Just clean out my plastic here. Now I'm going to do this other one here. And you really know when you're in the hole because it really grabs it. Well, that's how you do these. So I'm going to finish this up and I'll be right back and we'll start pushing these lights through. So we got half of our lights done and we are working on the second half. But to give you guys a little tip, before you finish running your lights, you want to connect your power cord or your power wire and run it down from your power source, which is the battery, is where we're running it from. We're running it from our fuse box, but we pre-ran wired this so when we put the last one in, we don't have to fight this in any way to get it up or to get it all soldered and wired in. And as you can see, I use the solder connections and then I just heat shrink wrapped over it, which we'll finish running some wire loom over this later. But we're just going to finish putting these in. And like I said, you just push back the little rubber gasket and you slide the light in. I hope you guys can see this. And then you want to work the gasket through. And once we do this, and once I get all this installed, I'll do a little pre-test here to make sure that the lights are working. And then that way, if I have anything that's not working, I could fix it right then and there rather than have to go through a troubleshoot type of process. So I got the last one in. So now I'm going to go up there. You guys stay right there and watch to see if these light up. Comment down below if you see them. All right, guys, let me know. They light up. I could see the reflection off the camera or off the tripod, so I know they are lighting up. Yep. Comment down below to tell me what you guys think they look like. You're seeing them before me. So now I'll bring you guys up here and we will finish the install up top by the fuse box and I'll show you how I'm going to tap them in. Now we come up here to wiring the valance lights or the chicken lights into the fuse box, and I've already took the liberty to doing that because it takes me a little bit of time. I'm not pretty good with wiring, but I had to look for the fuses, so this way I could show you guys what fuse to tap into to get your chicken lights to work, and I think I nailed it. So just pop up your fuse box and just pop it off here, and if you look, it will tell you what all the fuses, relays, and the circuit breakers are for. So I went down to F79, which is my clearance lights, which are the markers on the roof. So that's exactly what I tapped into, and you could find that right here in this area, and it's a 15 amp, and this fuse tap here is for my airbags. And all I did was run the wires up along here I tapped it into a fuse, which is the clearance lights, and I did give it a little check and it does work, but I'm going to button this up what I did was ground it here to the side of the fender. I ground it right there. And throughout the truck, even on the frame, there's different grounding marks, different grounding studs. And that's what I like about these newer trucks. They do put the grounding studs throughout the vehicle, so this way if you guys run any accessory, it's pretty easy to just ground what you're doing. There was no guesswork. I didn't have to run it to the battery. I'm running everything off of the fuse box. I might put an auxiliary or an accessory relay box in here or that, so if I run any other accessories, any rock lights or anything like that, that way I could have the switch in the cab for it on a separate unit and just tap into the battery to that box, and that's it. And then to put this back on, pretty simple, is to just put it like that, snap it down. All my wires are secure and out of the way, and that's all that's to do this. So I'm going to take you guys out. Like I said, I didn't want to bore you with putting the Tapa fuse in there and stuff like that. There's a lot of videos out there that you guys could check them out. And it's pretty simple. just read the instructions on the packaging, and you just crimp them together. You pull the existing fuse out, and you put the 2 fuses in, and you put it back in, and then you have power that you could run to whatever circuit you want to run on. But I'm going to back you guys out, close the hood, turn the light, or yeah, I'll turn the lights on and show you what it looks like. Well guys, there you have it. The Valance lights are all hooked up, and we do have the lights on, and they are on with the cab lights and not the headlights as you see there. So here's what they look like on. I'm backing it up for you guys can see with the cab lights on there. I think that will look pretty good going down the road towing the trailer at night. Maybe we just have to run some now down this side. But yeah, I tapped it into the clearance lights up there. Like I said, using the fuse block, but it turned out pretty nice. I am very pleased with it. And you know what? Let me give you a little bit of dim light. I'll be right back. And here's what it looks like dim light. It even shines up the ground a little bit. And there's the Jeep that we do have attached, or the Jeep Wrangler that we do have attached to the channel now. And turning the lights back on. Well guys, I hope this video helps you out when you guys want to install these chicken lights on your truck. It's a nice accent. It wasn't hard at all. Just drilling the holes out. I was a little skeptical about drilling into the Valance, but I did all right, I believe. Comment down below if you think how you think I did. Well, I hope the tips help you guys out and make it a little bit easier for you to do, and so it's more painless for you and a little bit easier for you. Well, smash down on that subscribe button, and if we didn't win your subscription in this video, well, maybe in the next one we will. Till next time, I'm Joe. Driving trucks and hunting bucks is how I roll with Wicked Fabz.